1-2. Swung on and miss. Fuchs
coming in right side. Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches it called. Strike 3.
Wes Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the campus of Mayville State University here in Mayville, North Dakota. We continue on with the Class B Region 2 baseball tournament on yourliveevent.com. Game number 2 coming your way here in just a few minutes. In our first game of the day, Mayport CG defeating the Maple River Raiders in 5 innings, 10-0. So Mayport CG will go on to play Hillsboro Central Valley. That game will follow this one. In this matchup, we have the 4 and 5 seeds squaring off. The number 4 seed, Hatton-Northwood Thunder, and the number 5 seed, Larimore Polar Bears. You are tuned in to our Irie Insurance pregame show this afternoon. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show, Larimore and Hatton-Northwood, when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrant, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Hatton-Northwood Thunder baseball coach Dennis Carpenter joining us on the pregame show here today. And Coach, we've got a great day for some baseball for this Region 2 tournament. How are the guys feeling? Hatton-Northwood Thunder baseball coach Dennis Carpenter joining us on the pregame show here today. And Coach, we've got a great day for some baseball for this Region 2 tournament. How are the guys feeling?
I think we're feeling pretty good. I had a good practice last night, or on Friday. I had good practice yesterday, and took some hitting today. We're nice. I think we're loose. I think we're just enjoying the weather. Finally have a nice day to play.
Well, it really feels nice when, like you said, you get the nice weather and you can play a little more loosely and have a little more fun with it, right?
Yeah, it makes the whole game much more enjoyable when it's not 40 above and the wind blowing.
All right, so your opponent today, the Larimore Polar Bears, a familiar opponent. You played on May 17th. You guys won 15-4. Looking back on that game, what are some things you guys did well and things from them you need to be aware of?
Well, first of all, with them, they're playing really well. They're making plays in the field. Their pitchers are throwing strikes. They've got some guys who put the ball and play hard. For us, we started out a little sluggish that game with the bats. I think we made some adjustments as the game went on. Did a little bit better job of squaring up the ball.
So how do you keep the bats or wake them up early? How do you do that right away today?
It's just going to come down to just staying in a relaxed mode for us. It's not putting too much pressure on each bat and trusting the guy behind you. If you don't have that bat, if you don't get a hit, knowing the next guy's got your back covered.
Okay, so let's talk about the pitching today. Who do you got on the mound and maybe some expectations for him?
Michael Steinbrink's going to be going today for us in the mound to start out with. Looking at him to just, fill the strike zone up and, induce some weak contact hopefully so we can make some plays.
All right, sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
Larimore Polar Bears coach Ben Jacobson with us on the pregame show today on yourliveevent.com. And Coach, baseball sure is fun when the weather's nice, right?
Heck yeah, it's been an interesting spring. I've been here 21 years now, and I have not seen a spring quite like this.
Well, and one thing is you guys have to adjust accordingly and practice indoors and maybe even brave a few of those cold days. But the other thing is everybody's had to deal with it too.
Yeah, it's been crazy, but we've talked a lot about coaches about it and how the spring is and stuff. And I think this is the first year the West had to deal with what we deal with. They usually playing baseball in early April, and we wait for a couple weeks. But everybody had to deal with it this year. It was interesting.
Well, we're here in the Region 2 tournament here on the campus of Mayville State University, and you guys get the Hatton-Northwood Thunder, a team that you guys saw fairly recently. Why don't you tell me about that game?
We got off to a fast start. We got an early lead, and it was a tight game. We were ahead going into the fourth, and then wheels just kind of fell off for us. We're a really young team. We have 17 kids of our 23 are 7th through 9th graders, so when things go wrong, sometimes it's hard to get back with a lot of youthful kids.
And the pros and cons to having some youth, right?
Correct. I mean, it's nice. They've worked their butt off all year, and they're learning every game, but they still got a lot to learn yet.
All right, before I let you go, who do you have on the mound and expectations for him?
Jacob Orton, he's going to throw today. He's our junior, our captain, and he'll throw strikes, and he'll compete really hard. He loves playing baseball. So we expect us to keep us in the game, and hopefully we make enough plays behind him.
All right, sounds good. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Those were our pregame coaches interviews here this afternoon. You heard from both of the coaches here today, as that was the head coach of the Larimore Polar Bears, Coach Ben Jacobson, and then before that you heard from the head coach of the Hatton-Northwood Thunder, that was Coach Dennis Carpenter. As we just finish up our pregame coaches interviews here this afternoon in our second game of the day for today, it's going to be the number 4 seed Hatton-Northwood Thunder as the home team and the number 5 seed, the away team, that will bat first the number 5 seeded Larimore Polar Bears. You're tuned in to our Irie Insurance pregame show this afternoon. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. I'm Dawson Peterson, Leaf Bakken, joining us here in just a couple of minutes as we run you through our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups for this afternoon. Let's run through the batting order for the number 5 seed Larimore Polar Bears. Leading off for the Polar Bears and pitching today, number 12, Jacob Warnke. Avery Groton is in center field and is batting second. Doug Bauer, the designated hitter, is batting third. He wears number 19. Russell McLean behind the plate and batting cleanup. Second baseman and number 11 batting fifth, the Jace Collison for the Polar Bears. Number 0 and out in right field and batting sixth is Zane Ness. Batting seventh and at one corner at third base, Antonio Coyview, and batting eighth and in left field, Eric Hoffman. And batting ninth and the shortstop patrolling the middle of the field is number 6, Bo Solsing. That's the batting order for the Larimore Polar Bears this afternoon. Now on to the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Here's their batting order today. Left fielder, number 9, leading off is Hunter Frederick. Batting second, the shortstop, Derek Carpenter. Batting third, pitcher Michael Steinbrink. Cleaning up for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder and playing third base is number 21, Austin Rigg. Carson Bodine, the catcher, is batting fifth for the Thunder. Preston Bodine, right behind Carson, is batting sixth. Teddy Petrick is batting seventh today. Rolando Zuniga is the first baseman and batting eighth. Hunter Tweet is out in right field. And our designated player today, not hitting, but playing second base, is Ryan Verkey for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Those are your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. Those are the starting lineups. We'll have a meeting behind home plate between both of the coaches, and Dennis Carpenter for the Thunder and Ben Jacobson for the Larimore Polar Bears. You're tuned in to yourliveevent.com. It's game number 2 of the Class B Region 2 baseball tournament.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro, and contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry, 218-368-7989.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Welcome back to the campus of Mayville State University, the site of the North Dakota Class B Region 2 baseball tournament. You're tuned in on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson alongside color commentator in this afternoon's game, Leaf Bakken, and we bring in Leaf, who was doing our play-by-play for the first game with Mayport CG and Maple River and the Raiders. The Patriots beating the Raiders 10-0, and Leaf is a pretty good start to the day as we are now on to game number 2.
Yeah, you know, it was a good start to the day. I appreciate all the work that everybody was doing out there, and the kids did a good job. You look at a very good Mayport CG team, and you look at who their losses are in the last 4 games. Well, now they've broken that losing streak, but their losses are to Hillsboro, Central Valley, and Thompson. They have to go face the Burros in game number 3 today, which we'll have here on yourliveevent.com. So it'll be a good day. It'll be good. It'll be fun. And, yeah, looking forward to more baseball action. Best of luck to Maple River and Coach Larry Fontaine as they've got a program to build on, and it was good to see them come out and play, and they did a nice job.
And game number 3 today, which as Leaf alluded to, we will have after this one, about 25 minutes after this game, with the number 2 seeded Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and the Mayport CG Patriots today. So as we get ready for first pitch in game number 2, Larimore will send Doug Bauer, Jacob Warnke, Avery Groton, and Doug Bauer to the dish here in the top of the first inning. Here's the defensive alignment for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder this afternoon. Behind the plate, we have Carson Bodine. At one corner at first base is Rolando Zuniga. At third base, Austin Rigg. Patrolling the middle of the field on the infield, the shortstop, Derek Carpenter. Second baseman, Ryan Verkey. Out in right field is Hunter Tweet, Teddy Petrick in straightaway center, and Hunter Frederick in left field for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder this afternoon. Jacob Warnke leads it off for the Larimore Polar Bears, and the first pitch gets him off his feet on the inside for ball 1. Time of first pitch here in game number 2, 12:20 this afternoon. First game of the day was a 10-0 victory for Mayport CG over Maple River. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Michael Steinbrink. That's going to be hit to the left side. A high hop for Austin Rigg. Fires across, and an easy out number 1.
Nice job there. You field the ball cleanly and throw right across. We've seen that go well. You know, one thing about this field that maybe folks aren't familiar with or haven't seen, it happened in Thompson as well. The entire infield is grass, so even the base running lines. Usually you see that's dirt along there, but no, not here. You're going to have infield fielders on dirt and plate on dirt, but the rest is grass.
Yeah, a lot of times that whole entire infield, as you say, Leaf, is going to be all dirt. We see that at a lot of places. Left-handed batter Avery Groton digs in, wearing number 7 for the Larimore Polar Bears this afternoon, and always that infield grass. Here's the 1-0 pitch, too high, 2-0. You see that come into play with in bunting situations when guys try to square around, and the baseball just sort of tumbles on that grass, and it's very interesting to see how different teams play that, how they react to that ball rolling, and we've yet to see that come into play here. 2-0 is low for 3-0. One down in the top of the first inning after a 5-3 ground out. Austin Rigg at third base made a nice play on the leadoff batter, Jacob Warnke. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and taking all the way a 4-pitch walk. That one just above the belt. And so the first runner of the game goes down to first base, Avery Groton.
You know, on that pitch, Dawson, if you're a coach out there, you're saying, oh, that's right around. I mean, that's a pretty close pitch there, so you got to keep throwing that kind of pitch.
Well, and it always takes a little bit to feel out how the umpires are calling the game as well. Doug Bauer digging in now for Larimore with Groton out on first base. They'll check on him, and the baseball's going to get away, actually, from the first baseman, Zuniga, and he has to run down into foul territory to bring it back into play. So a mistake there from Hatton-Northwood. And moving up to second base is Avery Groton.
If you're going to make that throw down, you got to make that accurate and with some power, and it had just not enough power. Bounced below his glove and off to the side.
Now a pitch to Bauer, nub to the right side. Pitcher's going to come over, and it's going to roll off over to the first base bag, and he's going to be out at first base.
Wow. What a stretch there. He reached out, grabbed the ball, and kept his glove stretched out on the bag, grabbed it, and the umpire on the infield says out. That will advance that runner to third now, but that will be the second out as the first base coach was trying to help out the umpire by saying safe, but it's his own guy. He's a little bit biased there.
Avery Groton down to third base. Russell McLean now the batter for Larimore, and I bring in the question, Leaf. He had the baseball in his right hand and then reached out and touched first base with his left hand. No ball in hand. So would he technically be safe at first base?
He reached out and grabbed it. At least what I could see, he reached out and grabbed the ball off the ground as he was stretched out. But But great question.
Next pitch low.
Can't replay it right now.
We will just ponder on that for the rest of the inning at least. 2-0 the count now to Russell McLean, his first appearance here with a runner out on third base. Avery Groton Larimore trying to strike first here in the top of the first, and here's a shot up the middle, and is that a diving sliding catch? No, it's going to get away from the second baseman, Ryan Verke, and that's going to be an RBI base hit for Russell McLean as Groton comes in to score.
Nice job there, a nice little shot. You got to be able to get your glove underneath that. So, infield, they've got to work out their things. And that's the whole thing, Dawson, with this spring is there hasn't been a lot of time to work on some of those pop-ups and those line drives that are in those areas. So, even though we're in tournament time, you may see mistakes by some of these teams because they haven't quite had the reps they wanted.
And Jace Collison now digging in for Larimore. And you bring up a good point. A lot of these teams, and we talked about it in our pregame interviews with the Larimore coach and saying that the spring has been tough and, adjusting and getting some work indoors inside the gym. It's not the same thing, but at the same time, everybody's had to deal with it. Here's the next batter, Jace Collison, the fifth man to bat here in the inning. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Runner's going to take off. It's a called strike. Throw down, not in time, and a stolen base for Russell McLean as he swipes at second base.
Great pitch there for Hatton-Northwood. A great slide for the Polar Bears. There's 2 outs on the board, so you got to be careful about what you're doing out there, but great call by the coaches to send their kid to second.
Collison digs in, 1-1 the count, a 200 hitter in the 2022 spring campaign, shortened campaign, as we know. Here's the 1-1 on the way, a swing and a shot into left field. That's going to get down in front of the left fielder, Hunter Frederick. Runner at second base will move up to third. So now runners on the corners as Larimore ahead in the game 1-0, looking for some more.
Nice little shot over the third baseman's head, a guaranteed single, but now on the other side, when you're the base runner, you got to be careful, paying attention. I think coach wanted him to slide. Luckily, he had a good read on it, so he didn't slide, but you got to be sure of what's going on and maybe listen to the coach on that one to make sure you come in underneath it.
And if the ball might have got out to the left fielder, Frederick, a little bit quicker, they might have had a play out over at third base. But off and running on 2 down, Zane Ness now. They'll check on the runner at first without a throw. Looked like he faked a third, looked to first.
Not a bad choice.
I believe in the Major League Baseball, you aren't able to do that anymore. Here's the first pitch to Zane Ness as the runner's going to go, and they're going to snap throw to third base, and you don't see that all too often. He's going to dive back in safely, but a stolen base for Jace Collison as he moves down to second base.
Nice job. Get that second base, better scoring position, and way to step back and get back to third.
Zane Ness, the batter, 1-0 the count. Steinbrink. The pitch on the way, hit to the left side. Will it get through? Nice backhand play by the shortstop. Carpenter throws across, unable to dig it out at first base was Zuniga. Another run is going to come in. Here's a second on the way. And it's a 3-0 Larimore here in the top of the first inning.
Just not enough power so far from the Thunder on their throws across the way. We saw the pitcher do that earlier, and now the shortstop do it here. So got to make those throws all the way across, and you can't just blame it on them as well. The first baseman's got to be able to stretch, scoop those up, try to stop those before they go into positions that cause that situation.
Next batter now, Antonio Koivu for Larimore. Pitch is going to get away now, and moving up to second base is Zane Ness on a passed ball here. As that one looked like it went 5-hole. 3-0 our score. Larimore in front here in the top of the first inning. Next pitch to the batter. That's going to go off his back on a hit-by pitch, and Koivu is going to go down to first base.
Wait for Koivu to stand in there and take that pitch. Those are never good. He turned a little bit, so it would have been high shoulder, middle of the back, and so just those don't feel good at all, Dawson.
Easier to take when it's 60-some degrees outside. We're going to have a mound visit here in the top of the first inning. Larimore in front, 3-0. Coach Carpenter out to the mound. Back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. You can shop for your personal items or your farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsboro and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsboro congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates from the City of Hillsboro.
Welcome back in the top of the first inning. Eric Hoffman, the batter, with a couple of runners on. Larimore, the Polar Bears, off to a quick start here in the top of the first. In front, 3-0 on your Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard in our second game of the day. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hoffman, and quickly working ahead is Michael Steinbrink, 0-2.
Good pitches. You'd like to get out of this inning and go to the bottom of the first.
Get the bats in order in the bottom of the first inning for Hatton-Northwood. Now trailing 3-0. 0-2 outside, now 1-2. See if Steinbrink will attack Hoffman, quickly getting ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 down, bottom 1. Larimore in front, 3-0. The 1-2, and it's going to be a foul ball. It's going to stay at 1-2. Runner on first base, Antonio Koivu. Runner at second base, Zane Ness. A couple runners came in to score on a throwing error from the shortstop, Derek Carpenter, here earlier in the inning. 3-0 your score. Steinbrink comes set and ready with the 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss and a strike 3 as Hoffman will go down swinging. In the top of the first inning, we had 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 men left on. Bottom of the first inning, coming up next, Hatton-Northwood will send Frederick Carpenter and Steinbrink to the dish here on yourliveevent.com.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsboro location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
Bottom of the first inning coming your way here on yourliveevent.com. Dawson Peterson alongside Leaf Bakken on the campus of Mayville State University here at Scott Berry Field. It's the Larimore Polar Bears in front of 3-0. As now Hatton-Northwood will send Hunter Frederick, Derek Carpenter, and Michael Steinbrink to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning, trying to get a few of those runs back. Here's the defensive alignment for the Larimore Polar Bears, out patrolling the outfield and left field. Eric Hoffman, Avery Groton in center, Zane Ness in right field. On the infield, Bryson Falch at first base for the Polar Bears. Antonio Koivu is at third base. Up the middle, Bo Solsing is the shortstop, and Jace Collison the second baseman. And the wall behind the plate for Larimore, Russell McLean. And pitching for the Polar Bears is Jacob Warnke. Warnke on the year, 11 innings pitched on the mound, 1-0 record. He's struck out 8 on the season, allowing 18 runs on the year. Here's your first batter for Hatton-Northwood, Hunter Frederick. First pitch on the way, up and in, and it's 1-0. 1-0 pitch from Warnke now on the way. Swinging strike and evens the count up at 1-1. Couple of errors in the top of the first inning from Hatton-Northwood, allowing a couple of runs to score. 1-1 pitch on the way. foul on the right side, and that's going to drift out of play as the count's going to go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 22 total pitches in that first inning from Michael Steinbrink. 1-2 on the way. Bender doesn't bend. 2-2. Up over the head of the batter, Hunter Frederick. Two balls and 2 strikes. Steinbrink, Frederick, chopper to the right side. Collison has to come in, fields it on the short hop, and tosses to the first baseman, Felch, for the first out of the inning. Ground out goes down as a 4-3 put out. In your scorebook, now batting now for Hatton-Northwood is number 2, Derek Carpenter, the shortstop. Jacob Warnke delivers the first pitch to Carpenter, and he takes outside for ball 1. It's 1-0. 3-0 the score. Polar Bears in front. Same location on the 1-0 as outside, 2-0. Full day of baseball today on yourliveevent.com here from Mayville on the campus of Mayville State University. The 2-0 popped up and out of play, and it's 2-1. After this game, we'll have a game number 3 of the day. Hillsboro Central Valley gets the Mayport CG Patriots. Patriots beating the Maple River Raiders in game number 1, 10-0 in 5 innings. 2-1 pitch on the way, well outside. Carpenter takes it, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Hunter Frederick, the leadoff batter, grounding out to the second baseman, Collison. 3-1 now in the dirt, and a 5-pitch walk. Carpenter down to first base. And that'll bring in number 33, Michael Steinbrink, for Hatton-Northwood. Base runners on for the Thunder. Down 3 runs to nothing.
Number 33, Mike Steinbrink.
Steinbrink, right-handed batter, digging in. 3-0 the score. On the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company's scoreboard. They'll quickly check on the runner. And diving back in safely with a head-first slide is Derek Carpenter. Warnke and company waiting for Steinbrink to get back in the box here. Waiting for his first pitch of the at-bat. Peeks over his left shoulder at the runner. Long hold, delivers, fisted on the right side. It's going to get down. The second baseman has it, flips over to first, and that's going to be out number 2, Jace Collison. And a nice play over there at second base, and it looked like Collison might have had an opportunity to try and come in on it and make the catch and potentially double off the runner, but instead lets it fall. Runner up to second base, and now Austin Rigg bats for Hatton-Northwood.
Nice little play there from the second baseman. Over to first. 1 runner on, 2 down. Got to go.
First pitch fouled right back. I actually flinched at that one a little bit as I looked up. Right back to the net, 1-0, rather 0-1.
Next one
Next
popped
pitch.
up.
Popped up right side. Second baseman, a lot of activity here in the inning, and he makes the catch on the pop out to retire the side. As we look at an inning recap here in the bottom of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on. The score stays at 3-0. 1 complete here in game number 2 of the day. Top of the second. Coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders. As they compete both on and off the field and on the court, you put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish your goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience that you can trust to get the job done with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, contact Triple E Incorporated, 701-668-2258, or stop by the office in Page. Make your next project a winner with a team from Triple E Incorporated in Page.
The Erickson Agency in Hillsboro is an independent insurance agency. That means they have access to a number of national and regional companies to find you the best combination of price and coverage for your home, autos, or business insurance needs. They also represent Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Sanford Health for your group or individual health insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. Stop by the office at 502 West Caledonia Avenue or call Lee at 701-636-5852. The Erickson Agency in Hillsboro, a proud supporter of the HCV Burros.
Top of the second inning coming your way here on yourliveevent.com. The Larimore Polar Bears leading the Hatton-Northwood Thunder 3-0. On the scoreboard here today, our scoreboard being brought to you by Chris Moen, Nodak Insurance Company, serving Thompson and surrounding communities and other areas. Talk with Chris for your insurance today at 701-757-1613. Larimore here in the top of the second inning will bat Bo Solsing. And then to the top with Jacob Warnke and Avery Groton. 3-0 the score, and Leaf here in this early part of the game. What have you liked from Larimore? They get up 3-0 right away, and then some good action in the field defensively as well.
I think that they're just doing things right on both sides, which is excellent, and so keep that going. They're doing the right things out in the field, as you just mentioned, and then coming up to the plate, making some big plays, especially with a couple of outs on the board. We saw that in that first game as well. You got to complete as a defense. You got to capitalize on 2 outs. So we'll see if that changes here for the Thunder here in the second.
Bo Solsing will lead things off here in the top of the second inning for Larimore. Steinbrink delivers the first pitch, and Solsing finds the inside corner for 0-1. This is our second game of the day in our North Dakota Class B Region 2 baseball tournament coverage. Mayport CG beat Maple River 10-0 in 5 innings. First game. Next one's fouled off, and it goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Steinbrink 24 total pitches, 12 balls, 12 strikes. Even in both areas, he's quickly ahead here, 0-2, trying to work a quick inning down 3-0. The 0-2, Nubber to the pitcher. Steinbrink comes in. He's got plenty of time. He flips, and there's out number 1.
Good job to charge that one. Take your time, relax. That runner can feel the pressure of you walking next to you, and that just makes it a little more sweet on the out.
Fielding his position well. Steinbrink gets him out. Now we have the top of the order with Jacob Warnke.
Look at these Polar Bears so far here, Dawson. They use the back of that batter's box. They try to utilize as much as they can of the box. Big open stance here for this batter.
First pitch on the way, spiked in the dirt, ball 1-0. Warnke 0 for 1 with a ground out to lead off the game. High socks for Warnke, pulled up, black batting gloves. Taps the plate a couple times, ready as he's ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Steinbrink out of the windup, kicks and delivers on the way. That one taken low below the knees for ball 2. Now 2-0 to the leadoff man in Jacob Warnke.
You were out in the sun a bit. Is it a little more intense than it was earlier in the day?
As far as temperature?
It just seems like it's brighter outside for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong.
It is actually warmer once you get down on the field. Up here in the press box, we have the breeze coming in. 3 straight balls here. It's 3-0 to Warnke. We have the breeze basically coming in directly here into the press box and down on the field. It is a little bit warmer for sure. 3-1 now the count. Starting to warm up as we get into the afternoon hours.
As we say that, you can hear the wind whistle in.
3-1 the count. Steinbrink delivers to Warnke, and he's going to shoot one foul up over the first base side, and that's going to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's crazy because we have the wind coming in here, and then you look out at the flag in dead center field, and that is not moving at all. Very interesting as that goes. Here's the 3-2 popped up fouling out of play again. We saw a home run in the first inning from Mayport CG. I didn't think we'd see one get over the fence hardly at all. It's crazy how the ball works once it gets up into the air.
Right. Yeah, well hit, well placed in that first game.
Here's the 3-2. Chopped again left side and foul as Warnke is staying alive here in this at-bat. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to the leadoff batter, Jacob Warnke. 0 for 1 with a ground out for the Larimore Polar Bears. 1 down in the top of the second inning. Winner against the Thompson Tommies in game number 4 today. Payoff pitch again on the way, and good at bat from Jacob Warnke. He takes a walk, and he trots down 90 feet to first base as Avery Groton digs in next. Polar Bears center fielder, he got on with a walk in the first inning.
Like you said, a good at bat, and so now we'll see if they try to kick some speed in on the bases. You've got only 1 out, so you've got some leniency there on the Bigs.
Steinbrink will have to work out of the stretch. Looks at the runner. Now he comes set. Runner does go. Swinging strike. Throw down is going to be not in time. And a head-first slide at second base. And a stolen base for Warnke and the Larimore Polar Bears with a runner in scoring position. Already in front, 3-0 the score in the top of the second inning. 0-1 the count, 1 down. Steinbrink ready with it and delivers, and out in front of it was Avery Groton. Another swinging strike. 0-2. See where he goes here if he wants to go off speed again or attack the lefty Groton. Steinbrink, a couple of good pitches to get ahead of the batter. 0-2 the count. Looks back at the runner at first base. He's going to spin and fake the throw back to second. A lot of times you'll just see the pitchers out on the mound rather than spin all the way around. We'll just pivot on that back foot. Back to second base. Steinbrink didn't throw. Ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes, and that's going to be off the plate as Groton doesn't chase. 1-2.
You know, you say that. I'm trying to. With his spin, he would have had the momentum to get that pitch or that throw back harder, faster. Otherwise, you see a crow hop sometimes, a crow turn.
Warnke's lead at second base, not all that large, as here's a swinging strikeout on a foul tip as Groton is going to go down swinging, and Warnke still out at second base. Batter now will be Doug Bauer, 0-for-1, grounding out his first time out. He's the designated hitter for the Polar Bears this afternoon.
Turns around and looks at second base. Nobody's there to help him out, so he just has to deal with it. I mean, the runner took a few trots back, but just turns around and takes his lead off again.
Very active out there. Here's the first pitch to Bauer, popped up on the right side. First baseman Hill have a look and nearly runs into the dugout, and it will go out of play as the count will go to 0-1.
Appreciate the effort there. Got to go try to locate that.
That was the first baseman Zuniga for Hatton-Northwood. Big gap on the left side of the diamond for Doug Bauer if he can shoot one that way. Next pitch to him in the dirt again, but a good block from Bodine as well behind the plate, and it's 1-1. That big gap on that left side is forcing Derek Carpenter, the shortstop, to try and hold Jacob Warnke on second base. And if Bauer can get one into left field, Warnke might be coming in to score. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch as Steinbrink takes a peek, and now here it comes, and an easy take up and away. 2 balls and a strike on Bauer for Larimore. Flag now starting to gust in the wind a little bit more here in center field. 2-1 the count to the batter, Doug Bauer. On the way, popped up on the infield. Pitcher calling everybody off. Steinbrink makes the catch. And that is going to end the inning here in the top of the second inning. So for Larimore, no runs, no hits, no errors. They left 1 man on out at second base. They lead 3-0. Bottom of the second coming up for Hatton-Northwood. They'll send Carson Bodine, Preston Bodine, and Teddy Petrick to the plate when we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online firststatebanks.com.
Bringing you the bottom of the second inning here from the campus of Mayville State University inside Veterans Memorial Stadium this afternoon. I'm Dawson Peterson alongside color commentary. Leaf Bakken will be trading off those duties as the afternoon rolls on. As we switch it up for game number 2, Leaf will take it back for our play-by-play for game number 3, and then, of course, we'll switch it back again for game number 4. So here's the bottom of the second inning. Hatton-Northwood to the dish. No hits on the day yet so far. Carson Bodine, Preston Bodine, and Teddy Petrick will bat for the Thunder. Bodine, lefty, digs in. First pitch inside, scooting out of the way. Ball 1-0.
You know, a position, when we talk about football, we talk about how linemen don't get enough credit. I feel like catchers don't get a lot of credit for what they do. Keeping the ball in front of them, sliding left to right, hard throws. Down to second, we see a nice strike throw there. But, having to throw down to second base, that's hard. And you got to come from sitting down basically to standing up to do that. Catchers do a lot of work.
It's definitely not an easy position by any means. 1-1, swinging strike 1-2. And the only time people really do talk about it is when we get to, say, the bottom of the 7th inning. We're tied up at 5, runner on third base or something like that, and they're blocking balls behind the plate. That's when their performance really comes into play as the 1-2 well inside 2-2. You talk about some of the great catchers in baseball today. The first one that comes to mind for me, Yadier Molina. 2-2, hit to the right side. Second baseman Collison a little to his right, and he bobbles it, and Bodine is going to be safe at first.
Unfortunate there. He had the scoop on it, just didn't squeeze it soon enough as it slipped out of his glove. Unfortunate there. Get a runner on first, and let's see if the Thunder can get the bats rolling.
Now Preston Bodine digs in. I feel bad if I don't mention it. Joe Mauer, phenomenal catcher, obviously.
I was going to say, he's one that came to my mind. I mean, obviously retired and done, but
as a Twins fan.
Yeah.
First pitch now to Preston Bodine, upstairs, 1-0. Catcher Russell McLean pops up quick, trying to hold Carson Bodine close at first. See if we get a throw over. And there's that throw over from the pitcher as he dives back in safely. From game number 1 to game number 2, we have seen teams be very active on the base paths. Not shy about trying to steal any bases. Here's the 1-0 inside, 2-0.
Well, and with the compact season, with everybody seeing each other quite a bit, and especially in the last few weeks, you start to figure out what pitchers you can and can't go against in that situation. And so, just got to keep that in mind on an outside ball here.
3-0 now the count, especially when you look at guys that their time to the plate and just seeing how quickly they get the ball out of their hand, whether they do that slide step delivery or the high leg kick. 3-0, slide step there, ball 4. So 2 runners on for Hatton-Northwood in the bottom of the second inning. Preston Bodine on first, Carson Bodine out on second, and Teddy Petrick to the plate for his first appearance of the day. Trying to drive in a run, down 3-0 the score. Hatton-Northwood yet to get a hit in the game. 2 errors defensively for them, as that was one of them was a crucial one back in the first inning, a low throw from the shortstop, allowing 2 runs to come in to score. Warnke, the pitcher, first pitch on the way to Petrick, and that's high, ball 1. So Warnke here in the bottom of the second, laboring a little bit with 2 runners out, 1 on first, 1 on second. 1-0 the count to the batter, Petrick, and he'll take that one on the inside as well, and that's 2 balls and no strikes. Batter after Petrick will be Rolando Zuniga. First baseman for Hatton-Northwood standing on deck. Next pitch, taking above the belt, close pitch. 3-0. Bottom 2, Larimore 3, Hatton-Northwood nothing. Thunder have something brewing here in the bottom of the second as the 3-1 taken for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody down in the inning either. And now we have, not ready to go was the batter, Teddy Petrick. Time was called, and the pitcher, Jacob Warnke, in his delivery and spiking it into the dirt. No harm done. Time was called as Warnke trying to get ahead of Petrick as he digs back in. 3-1 the count on the center fielder for the Thunder, and he'll pivot back and check on the runner at second base. Bodine back in. Preston Bodine on first, Carson Bodine out on second base for Hatton-Northwood. Bottom 2, next pitch on the way, swinging strike, and that's going to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The second full count Warnke has gone to this afternoon. Petrick back into the box. Warnke the sign, looks at the runner on second, kicks in, delivers the payoff, pitches low, and now the sacks are full. 3 runners around. Rolando Zuniga is going to bat next here for Hatton-Northwood in a big spot, down 3-0 in the bottom of the second.
No outs as well, so really good spot for the Thunder here. Try to bring it around.
Maybe just sky one into center field at the very least. Get a sac fly and get a run in. Any way you can for Rolando Zuniga. This is going to find the outside corner for a called strike, and that's 0-1. Anything in play. Corners are in for Larimore. Next pitch well high, not close, 1-1. Second baseman, Jace Collison, has his heels nearly on the outfield grass at his spot, shortstop. Behind the second base runner, and the next pitch a swinging strike, and quickly Zuniga behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he wants a piece of that ball, that's for sure. The way he's swinging.
RBI opportunity for the Thunder first baseman. The 1-2 on the way, just outside. Evens the count up at 2-2. Close pitch to take. Zuniga doesn't chase. Couple of walks in the inning. Jacob Warnke now at 32 pitches unofficially. The next pitch, a swinging strikeout, and Zuniga is going to go down, and that's a big out to get the first out of the inning. And batting next for Hatton-Northwood will be Hunter Tweet.
Right fielder, number 12, Hunter.
Time is called here, umpire waving, and now he's walking over to have a word with the first base coach.
Well, let's see what this, trying to figure out what this conversation might entail here.
Okay.
So nothing too dramatic on our stoppage and play.
Looked like the first base coach nodded his head, agreed. I think they were talking about outs potentially. They both held up the number 1.
That could be as well. So here's the first pitch. It's going to get by the catcher, and now nobody's going to come home.
Oh, that was pretty close there for the Thunder. Our guy at third, he was just a few steps off and had to turn around, while the other 2 were nearly halfway, if not a little further, to the next bag.
That's Carson Bodine down at third. Ball didn't trickle away enough from Russell McLean, and the next one shot down the left field line, and that's going to twist foul into that bullpen on the left side. So 1 ball and a strike. Or excuse me, it's 0-2, I beg your pardon, on the batter, Hunter Tweet. 0-2.
You have my pardon.
Well, thank you. Here's the 0-2 to Tweet, and he takes up and in 1-2. 3-0 the score. Larimore in front. They played at 3 in the top of the first. Nobody across in the second. Still no hits for Hatton-Northwood in the game. This one will quickly get foul, and said that before. There's netting directly behind home plate here at Scott Berry Field, but down both lines on third base and first base. Look alive down there. Next pitch to Tweet, swinging strikeout, and he's going to go down. And another big strikeout for Jacob Warnke and the Larimore Polar Bears trying to pitch out of this jam. Base is loaded. And now we'll have a courtesy runner come out.
That runner will be Eric Glade, the junior, coming in to run at third. Bases remain loaded, as you mentioned, Dawson, 2 outs. And the Polar Bears got themselves into this position. They hope to get out of it. And, of course, the Thunder hoping that they can capitalize on this opportunity, even though it's getting a little late now.
First pitch to the batter, Verke, is fouled back and out of play, rather. Hunter Frederick. Verke is our designated player here today. Goldie, the runner at third. And another strike, 0-2. And now all of a sudden, Jacob Warnke and the Polar Bears 1 strike away from getting out of this bases-loaded jam with a 3-run lead intact. Here's the 0-2. Shot to the right side. Second baseman Collison to his left. First baseman gets there. The throw. Did he get it in time? He did. And that is going to end the inning. Hatton-Northwood had something going in the inning here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and Hatton-Northwood leaves the maximum. 3-0 the score. It's Larimore in front here on your scoreboard this afternoon. Top of the third coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's the top of the third inning with the Larimore Polar Bears in front of the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. 3-0 on the Chris Moen No-DAC Insurance Company scoreboard here today, serving Thompson and surrounding communities and other areas. Talk with Chris for your insurance today at 701-757-1613. And Leaf Larimore getting out of a big bases-loaded jam here in the bottom of the second.
Well, you heard me say it. They got themselves in that position, and you're responsible to get yourself out, and that's exactly what Warnke did. Great job by those guys fielding and doing a good job. Once again, they are the guest on the board. They are the lower seed, and they're taking care of business so far early in this game.
Larimore will bat Russell McLean, Jace Collison, and Zane Ness here. McLean 1 for 1 with a single. Earlier in the game, first pitch from Michael Steinbrink, low and in the dirt for ball 1. It's 1-0. Rest of the day is going to shape up to be a very nice day for the last couple of games of our tournament. Clear skies, couple more clouds coming into the area. Next pitch misses 2-0. But overall, mostly clear skies out in Mayville, North Dakota. We thank you for joining us on yourliveevent.com for this game between the Larimore Polar Bears and the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Steinbrink ready with the 2-0 pitch, and he's going to nibble the inside corner, but doesn't get a big enough bite. 3-0. Larimore plated 3 in the top of the first, none in the second, and trying to add on here in the third. Next pitch, taking all the way, and that's a 4-pitch walk as Steinbrink walks McLean. And for Steinbrink, that's his third walk of the game. And Jace Collison, who's also 1 for 1, reaching on a single, digs in next. Right-handed batter wears number 11.
Quick look here at the Larimore lineup. A bunch of young guys, a very young team, so they'll have some experience coming up.
Back to the pitcher, Steinbrink on. It's going to go through his legs, and everybody's going to be safe. Had to jump off the mound. off to his right, and that's going to go as an error on Steinbrink, and Collison safe at first, and McLean at second. Zane Ness, the right fielder, comes up next.
Right fielder, number 0, Zane Ness.
So reaching on an error was Jace Collison through the legs of Michael Steinbrink, and Zane Ness, he also reached on an error his last time up. Comes to the plate here. Steinbrink ready. The first pitch on the way, and a swinging strike. Might have been guessing at that one, as that was well in the dirt. Just barely got past the grass on the way to home plate. 0-1 the count, so Ness gifting Michael Steinbrink with the swinging strike. 0-1. Nobody on. 2 runners on. 1 on first, 1 on second. Another swing and a miss. 0-2. Wind starting to pick up. The netting here in the backstop. You can see that shaking around quite a bit. 0-2 pitch on the way to Ness, and that's going to bend, but not enough as he just barely ducks out of the way.
Got to make sure you bring your bat down.
I was just
going
to say that one. Try and get the bat down. That might nick the bat for, could just be a foul ball, maybe even put it in play. Count is now 1-2, and he's going to swing and pop one into left field. Left fielder Frederick is going to come in. Shortstop comes out, and it's going to fall between everybody, but nobody's covering third. Now the throw is going to come in. He tripped, and is he going to be safe? No, he's going to be called out. As that was the second baseman, Ryan Verke, on a heads-up play, coming back in to go cover third base. He caught the baseball with the glove, fell down, and then he put his right heel on the third base bag for the force out. And so 1 down in the inning, and the next batter is going to be Corey View.
Number 1, Antonio.
That was kind of similar to what we saw in the first inning on that reach.
Yes, which we still haven't figured out if that was legal or not. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. I'm just trying to think it through still now that you bring it up, Lee. Now that I'm thinking about it again, I've seen plays before, like you obviously can't tag a runner when the ball's not in your glove, right? Swinging strike here now, 0-2.
Right.
So wouldn't that apply to the base as well? Or would it, because it's on first base, you only need to step on first base? Now that I think about it that way. 0-2 the count to Coyview. Pitch and a swing and a miss, and he's going to go down swinging.
Well, the Thunder might be able to get themselves out of a little bit of a pickle there. And, I saw Coach, encouraging his runners because I think if we would have saw that runner just keep going to third, he probably would have been safe. But he did a little hesitation, but he couldn't go back to second. That was the issue.
Runner is on first and second. They'll check back and throw not in time. Collison dives back in. So should we squash the play at first base then and not think about it the rest of the day?
Yes.
Okay.
Move on. That happened a long time ago.
Wasn't that long ago. First pitch now called strike 0-1.
Feels like a long time ago. We are in the top of the third.
Fair enough.
Just coming up on, 107 now. So we're well underway in this one.
Hoffman 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Now he's in trouble with a potential another strikeout as the count goes to 0-2.
That's one of those things where you're trying to keep out of the way, but you swing through because you see it's there, trying to protect yourself.
0-2, outside, 1-2, trying to get him to chase. Larimore pitched out of a nice jam in the last half of the inning with the bases loaded. Steinberg trying to do the same to keep the score at 3-0. 1-2, pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and he does so successfully with a strikeout in the inning for Larimore. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. They leave 2 on. The bottom of the third inning is coming up next here with Carpenter, Steinbrink, and Rigg when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halston Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halston Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro Central Valley students. It's the Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club.
Bottom of the third inning here. Hatton-Northwood is going to bat Derek Carpenter, Michael Steinbrink, and Austin Rigg in our second game of the day of the North Dakota Class B Region 2 Baseball Tournament. Thanks for joining us on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson, providing the play-by-play in this game. Leaf Bakken color commentary. Switch it around for game number 3, and then switch it back for game number 4.
Number 2, Derek Carpenter.
So Carpenter leading off for Hatton-Northwood. Jacob Warnke has done a nice job for Larimore. Delivers the first pitch outside for ball 1. Approaching the 45 pitch threshold. 42 total pitches for Warnke. Pitch into center field. He's going to have to drift back. That's Groton, and it's going to be over his head. Carpenter on his way to second. The throw's going to come in, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Hatton-Northwood. Down 3-0. That is going to be a double, and actually, for the Thunder, their first hit of the game.
Excellent position. I don't know, as I felt the wind just there kind of pick up if it got a piece of it, but it was a nice drifter just to right of center. And first step should always be back, Dawson, as an outfielder. Evaluate where that's at and then move to it. And then you also have the momentum to move back, and that one would have been helpful.
Michael Steinbrink batting now as first pitch in the dirt, 1-0. It was Avery Groton out in center field. I didn't see the jump he got on the baseball. Was that first step in or out for him? Did you see?
It looked like it was in, but
okay. 1-0 the count on the pitcher Michael Steinbrink trying to help his own cause. Quickly ahead now, 2-0. Remember in the previous inning for Hatton-Northwood, had the bases juiced. Couldn't bring anybody in though, however. The 2-0. Inside, 3-0.
Jump out of the way. Unwritten rule is it has to be your pitch in order to swing.
You know, back when I played, my pitch was a strike. And I hit dingers, man. 4-pitch walk as Steinbrink will go down to first. That's actually a joke. We didn't have a baseball team in high school.
Did you play summer ball?
Softball.
Okay. We also did not have high school baseball in Old Lemon, South Dakota, but we had Babe Ruth and Little League, and then later in my high school career there was Legion, but I didn't play.
I played Babe Ruth when I could, and then I actually couldn't play anymore about 3/4 of the way through the season because I was too old. They caught me. First pitch to Rigg outside, 1-0.
So you're a cheater.
Next pitch finds the inside corner. Good location from Warnke there, 1-1. One of those pitches where Rigg tries to take a hack at it. Not sure what he'd be able to do with it. 1-1. Foul back, 1-2. Score still 3-0 on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Again, an opportunity for Hatton-Northwood. 1-2, and he's going to go down swinging as Rigg strikes out on a pitch on the outer half. Batter now for the Thunder will be Carson Bodine.
Now batting catcher, number 1, Carson Bodine.
Bodine, hey, do you recall, he might be a switch hitter here. He's batting left-handed now as this one is caught, thrown down to third, but slid in safe.
And a stolen base for Derek Carpenter, and also on the throw, a double steal. Steinbrink down to second.
Well, get in that position, and again, you've got one out. You've got some opportunities here, Dawson. They want to capitalize this inning.
The pitch outside, now 1-1. Again, another opportunity for Hatton-Northwood, but like you said, Leaf Warnke has been on the mound for the entire game here for Larimore. Here's 1-1 was inside, 2-1. So not sure if Bodine's a switch hitter or not. 2-1 the count. Here's, however, the Thunder catcher to the left side, and that is going to get into left field. One run is in. The runner from second will be held up at third, and the first run of the game for the Thunder is making it 3-1.
Good job there. Great position by Bodine to put that one through past the shortstop. Great athletic attempt there, though. I appreciate that by Bo Solsing trying to get out there and take care of it, but just rolled out. A good position. That's always a great spot to hit and a great spot for an RBI.
RBI single for Carson Bodine makes it 3-1, and now Preston Bodine.
Step towards third, make that runner go back, turn around. Not quite as fast. Man's back on first. Just want to keep those guys in check. Trying to steal.
Now he's going to go down to second. They throw right back to the pitcher. And so
nice
that'll
move.
go down as a stolen base for Bodine. And you see that a lot, and I don't know, in all the games I've called, I'm not sure if I've ever seen pitches outside. And it's 1-1. When they cut it off like that, you either see them throw it right back to the pitcher or the shortstop will cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Right by second base. And now it's 1-2. But I don't think I've ever seen that really work successfully. How about you?
I can't say that I have. I haven't seen that a ton in my baseball calling career. As trying to locate that ball, find it, and keep the guy at third. You're staying close enough to the plate, not a big deal. But yeah, I guess I've seen it more like what we just saw, where the pitcher takes that cutoff and fakes or tries to keep the guy in check at third. And sometimes the runner at third will bite. Ooh.
And he's going to go down looking, an emphatic strikeout call from our home plate umpire, and Bodine goes down looking. Now it's Petrick for Hatton-Northwood.
Well, Hatton-Northwood in another position, not with the bases juiced, as we'll see. Galad, is that his name? Because
Galdi for Hatton-Northwood.
So he'll come in and run here for our catcher once again for Hatton-Northwood, and they're in a situation here. Brought one in, but he'd like to tie it up at 3. If not, get that lead with one more.
First pitch is going to miss, and 1-0.
Another high inside ball.
Leaf balk in my eyes as I go down in my scorebook to make sure we have Galdi out at second base. 2-0 the pitch to Petrick, and he lifts it foul and out of play. 2-1. Parking lot off onto the right side, down that first base side, so not much of a chance for any broken windshields or anything today. Pitch not close. Now 3-1. 2 down in the inning. If Petrick can prolong the inning, Rolando Zuniga will bat next for Hatton-Northwood. Petrick got on base previously with a walk, trying to do it again. The 3-1 on the way. Hits the black on the outside, runs the count full, 3-2.
Really nice pitch there. I like that one.
Good location from Jacob Warnke and Larimore. Can he get out of another jam? The payoff pitch hit into left field. Playable for Hoffman. And he will make the catch, sliding in as well. And that is going to end the inning on the flyout out to left field. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Hatton-Northwood strands a couple more out on the base paths. New score after 3 complete. Larimore 3, Hatton-Northwood 1, top 4 when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your community Health Mart pharmacy, brings you the feel-good savings on your healthcare needs. Keep the allergies at bay with Health Mart Allergy Relief 30-count tablets, just $14.99. Health Mart Ibuprofen 100-count coated tablets, just $3.99. 100-count pack of Health Mart calcium tablets for just $7.49. You can also get a 2-pack of COVID-19 tests for just $15.95 at Hillsboro Drug and Gift. Hillsboro Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. You can enjoy some great food with a stop at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Each Friday in May, the Vets Club is serving up their Friday night burger baskets. Enjoy the fresh 1/3 pound burgers served up with a side of fries Friday nights from 5:30 to 7 p.m. On Saturdays, you can get some delicious roasted chicken from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. or until it's gone. Fries and coleslaw also available. Takeout and indoor dining options are available at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And don't forget to check out the appetizers each Wednesday at the Hillsboro Vets Club.
Top of the 4th inning here from Mayville State University in Mayville, North Dakota. It's our coverage of the North Dakota Region 2 baseball tournament. Thanks for joining us this afternoon as we're bringing it to you live on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson. That's Leaf Bakken to my left. And
Hello.
Our score is Larimore 3, Hatton-Northwood 1. That's the score on the Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company's scoreboard, as Larimore has done a very nice job of pitching out a couple of jams, Leaf.
Yeah, they have, and you got to give them a lot of credit there, and the fielding has been well done as well. I think the thing is we put a lot of pressure on pitchers, which I think is rightfully so, but you have to keep in mind that you have to have a good defense behind you, and the Polar Bears are doing just that. They're doing a good job of fielding the ball and getting the outs they need in the crunch times they need.
So Bull Solsing will lead off the top of the 4th inning here for Larimore, as the first pitch to him is over his head for ball 1 as he ducks out of the way, 1-0. Michael Steinbrink still on the bump for Hatton-Northwood. 58 total pitches unofficially, 32 for strikes. Next pitch off the plate now, 2-0.
I want to note, too, that 2 seniors, 3 juniors, and a sophomore on this Larimore team. The rest are some freshmen, 8th graders, even some 7th graders.
Well, that's the one thing, too, I mentioned to the head coach of the Polar Bears, Coach Ben Jacobson, pros and cons to having that youth on the team. The count's 2-1 to the batter, Solsing, 2-1 on the way. Outside, 3-1. Some of the pros, of course, getting those young guys the experience, no matter what, whether it's a shortened season or not, you're getting varsity baseball time, and now here in tournament time, and then obviously the cons as the 3-1 misses, and that's a 5-pitch walk, and that sends Solsing down to first. And then obviously the cons is the youth will come out and show eventually in game time.
Pitcher number 12, Jacob Warnke.
And if not, then good for the Larimore Polar Bears, but that's one of those things that is will show up eventually. But they have been solid today, in front 3-1. As the first pitch to Jacob Warnke is in the dirt for ball 1. It's 1-0. Warnke, a ground out and a walk in the game so far today. He's 0-1.
Warnke wearing some sweet shades.
I didn't see him.
Yes.
I didn't see him while he's batting. You obviously can't. I don't know if you can't wear shades while you're pitching. Here's
They have
a
to be,
quick check down to first.
They've got to be medical.
So you can't wear.
Not when you're pitching.
Okay.
When you're batting,
Okay.
I believe you can.
Yeah, you
which
do-
is in this case.
You can do what you want when you bat, not pitching. Gotcha. 2-0 the count on the Larimore pitcher, Jacob Warnke. Steinbrink stares in. Has his sign from Bodine, the catcher. Comes set, runner out on first, and they'll check on him again to hold Solsing close. There's some other funky rules for pitchers as well. I know you can't wear a white sleeve on your arm. I think any other color is acceptable. Here's the 2-0 to Warnke on the way, and that's in the dirt now, 3-0.
Quick check over across town on softball. Region 2 softball tournament. Mayport CG Patriots lead the Thompson Tommies 4-0 in the bottom of 2.
That game also on yourliveevent.com. 2-0, rather 3-0, taking all the way. 3 balls and a strike. A lot of games this time of year during tournament time. Your live event today. Head over there to check out the entire schedule. Here's the 3-1 to Warnke, and he rips it to the left side, and it's snagged by the third baseman, and they will double him off. At first base, it was Rigg with the catch. Solsing might have thought that hit the ground, but just like that, there's 2 down.
Nice job by Rigg on the nice little scoop before it could go to the ground, and a great job just taking his time sending it over to first because the runner had no idea what was going on there. 2 down, 1 to go in the top of the 4th.
Avery Groton bats now for the Larimore Polar Bears. First pitch to him. Popped up, left side. Third baseman Rigg out, left fielder in, but it's going to be the shortstop trying to make a play on it. Was Carpenter, but it's going to squirt away down the left field line. That's a tough play. And that's going to be, I believe, will go down as a hit for Groton.
Number 19, Doug Bauer.
That's tough there. You're trying to call off the guys. Shortstop ended up being the one to touch it before it went to the ground, and then you trip over each other, and then Rigg's got to try to pick it up and stop the runner. So a big single there.
Bauer, the batter now for the Larimore Polar Bears. In front by 2 runs, 3-1. Here in the top of the 4th inning, runner is going to go. They can throw down. Good strong throw. Did he get under it? No, he did not, but they got him out. They got under it, but they tagged him out anyway. So that's going to end the inning. Caught stealing is Avery Groton trying to swipe second base. Your score stays at 3-1. The bottom of the 4th inning coming up next when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Zuniga, Tweet, and back to the top of the order with Hunter Frederick will all bat here for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Down by 2 runs, 3-1, multiple opportunities for the Thunder in this game. Had the bases loaded at one point. Jacob Warnke, give him plenty of credit for Larimore, working out of a couple of jams. Zuniga 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. As Warnke is ready to deliver the first pitch of the 4th inning, and Zuniga scoots out of the way for ball 1, and it's 1-0. Warnke unofficially 67 total pitches. Both pitchers near similar marks as that one's low. 2-0. It was a quick inning for Steinbrink previously after a nice double play. Both pitchers now at 68 pitches unofficially. 1-1 pitch, rather 2-0 pitch inside, 3-0.
Zuniga was standing in there. I thought he might take the hit off the knee, but that would have hurt a lot.
Well, you might always think as the 3-0 pitch is going to just barely nip the corner, now 3-1, you might think, all right, this ball's going to come at me. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, my God, get out of the way. So you might think that. So 3-1 now the count as Warnke kicks and delivers, and there's a 5-pitch walk. And that brings in Hunter Tweet to bat next for Hatton-Northwood.
Now batting for the Thunder, right fielder.
Wind picking up here.
Yeah, it sure is.
Has it changed? No, it's still mostly from the south. We're facing southwest.
Tweet the batter, tries to square around, offers at it. The throw's going to go down, and safe at second base. That'll be a stolen base for Zuniga. And he might have caught a break there with it being offline a little bit. As I'm sure the plan was, of course, for Tweet to get that sacrifice down. He's behind in the count now, 0-1. Zuniga now in scoring position. 3-1 the score. Warnke, a pause, delivers. Strike two.
Big couple of pitches there. Good job by Warnke. Got to be careful when you do those pauses, because then you're setting yourself up for box and other things can go wrong.
0-2 pitch, Sky down the left side, and it's going to get foul. And still 2 strikes on Tweet, as that was the 74th pitch from Jacob Warnke for the Larimore Polar Bears. Polar Bears in front 3-1 on the Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Next pitch on the way, high and away, 1-2.
The other thing you have to keep in mind when you're changing up how you're pitching too is now where's the ball going to end up? Because a lot of times when you slow down or change the way you pitch, it ends up being far out of the strike zone as that one's fouled off down that third base line and out to the left.
And Warnke for Larimore, he is a junior, so, experienced pitcher doing that. Another one this time popped on the left side. Left fielder's going to come in now in foul territory, and it will fall harmlessly to the grass. And another foul ball. Tweet's staying alive, and you talk about Warnke and his experience out on the mound. He's done a really nice job today working out of a couple of jams, one time with the bases loaded. Had runners on second and third at one point as well. Worked out of that, and he's in front 3-1 here in the game, and ahead of Hunter Tweet, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he'll deliver, and Tweet will shoot one into the right center field gap, down for a hit. Tweet around second, rather on his way to second, and the runner, Zuniga, will score, and it's 3-2 Larimore in a 1-run game.
Nice job finding a great spot out in the outfield, right in between center and right. Great position for that ball. Great RBI double. And that's kind of the momentum. I think I can feel it a little bit, Dawson. Get that momentum rolling, get in your favor, and try to take this lead.
Now let's see what Frederick can do with a runner in scoring position. He'll take a strike on the outside corner for 0-1. Warnke has the sign, comes set. The 0-1 is going to be tapped foul. Might have got a piece of him, and it's 0-2. That last double might be probably the hardest hit ball of the day off the bat of the Hatton-Northwood Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's only their officially 3rd hit of the game. Here's one shot down the right field line. Right fielder's going to have a look at it, but it's going to drift into that bullpen over there and go foul.
Again, kind of a unique field here where the bullpens jut out into the field a bit, but they're out of play, of course.
0-2 now in the dirt. 1-2. There hasn't been a time, though, where the ball is gets real close to the fence and is on the other side. Every time it's gone that direction, they've been well fouled. Here's the 1-2 pitch into center field. Groton, he's going to come in and make the catch with his right hand, a cap-high catch. And there's out number 1.
That time, he took that foot, stepped back, looked at it, and then he knew he needed to charge in on it, and he did a nice job fielding that. Keep the runner at second, bring one down, and, well, we'll see what the Polar Bears can do on the defensive side with one out.
First pitch to Derek Carpenter might have got a piece, and it's going to be a strike anyway. 0-1. Warnke delivers up the middle, and will it get through? Yes, it will. Runner from second over to third is Tweet. He's going to be waved in. The throw's going to come in right to the second baseman, and this game is tied at 3 in RBI base hit for Derek Carpenter.
Great job for Coach to tell him he's got to get on his horse and come in. Larimore playing it safe. They didn't want they knew that they probably weren't going to make that throw quite in time, so they threw it to the cutoff. Keep that guy at first. Don't let him get any closer. We'll let that one come in. We can work out of a tie game.
So now Michael Steinbrink batting with Carpenter on first. They'll check on him quickly. He dives back in safely. So for Larimore now, Warnke, 85 total pitches unofficially. And we'll see at what point will they pull him out of the game. First pitch inside for ball one, and Carpenter off to second base with a stolen base. Nobody active in either bullpen. 1-0 the count on Michael Steinbrink. The go-ahead run out on second. And that one also misses, and it's 2-0. Two runs across here in the inning for Hatton-Northwood to tie the game up at 3, and a swinging strike makes it 2-1.
He thought that was his. He wanted a piece of it pretty bad. It was a good cut.
2 balls and 1 strike. Warnke delivers, fouled back.
That one was kind of high and on the inside, I thought, and I mean, I think it might have been in the zone, so probably a good choice to swing, but man, that's hard.
Those high pitches sure do look good. The 2-2 low and away runs the count full 3-2.
Nice little snag there. That pitch was coming in hot. He did a good job grabbing it.
3-2. Shot foul again and out of play. Count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Warnke, the payoff pitch, and fouled back and out of play again. So Michael Steinbrink making Warnke work, and now our home plate umpire is going to need a couple more fresh baseballs. 2 runs across here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-3 the score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Serving Thompson and surrounding communities and other areas. Talk with Chris for your insurance today at 701-757-1613. Count is full on Michael Steinbrink and Hatton-Northwood. Tie game, the payoff on the way into center field. Granton, he's going to have to drift back. Now he's going to come in, makes the catch, and he'll quickly fire it in. And it's a good thing Carpenter didn't take off on that tag, or at least try to. It was a good throw, but I also thought he left second base a little early.
That was an excellent throw from center field over to the shortstop. Did a great job. And that's just smart baseball. I mean, you've got a coach there to tell you what to do as well, but you know what the situation is. Just hold on and relax.
Now Austin Rigg will be in charge of trying to drive in that run, and they will intentionally walk him. Okay, so an intentional walk, sending Austin Rigg down to first base, and Carson Bodine bats next. He's the number 5 batter. 1 for 2 on the day is Bodine.
Now batting catcher, number 1, Carson Bodine.
And Rigg on the day, he's 0 for 2, but well, Bodine's had a nice day as well, as he'll skyward into center. Gratton's been busy here in the inning. He'll come charging in and make the catch to end the inning on the fly out on 1 pitch off the bat of Bodine. So in the bottom of the 4th inning, 2 runs across on 2 hits, no errors. 2 are left on. We're tied up at 3 going to the top of the 5th inning on yourliveevent.com.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
Welcome back to the campus of Mayville State University as we're bringing you the top of the fifth inning here on yourliveevent.com. A big bottom of the fourth for Hatton-Northwood. They plate 2 to tie the game up at 3 apiece on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard this afternoon. The winner gets the Thompson Tommies in game number 4 of the day. That will, of course, follow our next game between Hillsboro Central Valley and Mayport CG. Mayport CG defeating Maple River 10-0 in the first game of the day, a final in 5 innings. So we've got the 3-4-5 batters batting for the Larimore Polar Bears. It'll be Doug Bauer, Russell McLean, and Jace Collison. Bauer, the designated hitter, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a flyout in the game so far. First pitch to Bauer on the way and fouled right back to us. Goes off that top netting, and the count is 0-1 on Bauer. Steinbrink still out on the mound for Hatton-Northwood. Here's the 0-1 on the way to Bauer, and quickly swinging again, and another foul, and it's quickly 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on the Polar Bears' designated hitter. They plated 3 runs in the first inning. Nothing since in the second, third, or fourth. Steinbrink, good job of controlling after that first inning. The 0-2 spins away, and now 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Doug Bauer. Bauer trying to start the top of the 5th, get on base any way he can. Here's the 1-2 from Steinbrink, and a swinging strikeout as Bauer goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Now batting catcher, number 10, Russell McLean.
Russell McLean digs in next for the Larimore Polar Bears, 1 for 1, single and a walk. Steinbrink pitches and gets a swinging strike, half-hearted swing from Russell McLean, and it's 0-1. Knotted up at 3 here in the top of the 5th inning, 1 down. Winner gets the Thompson Tommies. Game number 4 of the day. 0-1, another swinging strike, and it's 0-2. Steinbrink trying to work a quick inning at 74 pitches unofficially for him. 41 for strikes, 33 balls. Steinbrink ready with the 0-2, and that's going to be ripped into left field. So a 1-out base hit for Russell McLean, as he'll be on first base for the number 5 batter and the Polar Bears second baseman, Jace Collison.
Now batting second baseman, number 11, Jace Collison.
Collison, a right-handed batter, 1 for 2 with a base hit. Steinbrink delivers, pitch on the inside corner, throw down to second base, not in time, and a stolen base for Russell McLean. Steinbrink that time not going with a slide step, a little slower on his delivery to first base. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Jace Collison with a runner in scoring position, tapped foul. Quickly now 0-2 on the Polar Bears second baseman. Steinbrink peers into his catcher, Carson Bodine, comes back out of the stretch, set, and delivers the 0-2 away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. Zane Ness will bat after Collison, and then Antonio Coyview. He is in the hole. Steinbrink spins, and he'll check on the runner at second base, and McLean dives back in safely, getting dirty. 3-3 the score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard this afternoon. 3 runs across in the first inning for the Polar Bears. Nothing since. Trying to get one here. Pitch popped back, straight back, and out of play as it goes foul. Took a little bit for Hatton-Northwood to get the bats alive as well in the bottom of the third, getting their first run of the game and also their first hit, and then 2 more in the bottom of the fourth to tie it up at 3. Steinbrink, ready, tapped, left side. He'll field his position off the mound. Got that one, throws to first, and there's going to be 2 down on the throw. The runner from second, McLean, advances up to third base. So now Zane Ness will bat. 3-3 the score. Nice job from Michael Steinbrink to come off the mound. We saw an error from him earlier in the game. Very similar play before the baseball going between his legs. First pitch to Ness, hit to the left side. Is that going to get through? Backhand play not there, and it gets kicked away, and Larimore takes a 4-3 lead here in the top of the 5th. That'll be an RBI single for Ness. And that's a tough play for Derek Carpenter at shortstop. Ness now out on first base. Antonio Koivu will check on Ness. Dives back in safely. 4-3 the score.
Third baseman, number 1, Antonio Koivu.
Koivu was hit by a pitch and struck out earlier in the game. First pitch to him. Swinging strike, 0-1. Larimore takes the lead back after scoring 3 runs in the first inning. 0-1 the count on Koivu. Runner's going to go down to second. He'll sky one into shallow left. No, it's not going to get out there as the wind keeps it in the infield. And flying out to the shortstop, Derek Carpenter. So in the inning for the Larimore Polar Bears, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. The Polar Bears take the lead back. 4-3 your score on the Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. We'll be right back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
In Grand Forks and Lakota, see Chris Moen, your agent with answers.
Bottom of the 5th inning coming your way here on YourLiveEvent.com. Dawson Peterson with Leaf Bakken. Here in this game, the Larimore Polar Bears taking the lead back after plating 1 run in the top of the 5th. And how will Hatton-Northwood respond? They'll send Preston Bodine, Teddy Petrick, and Rolando Zuniga to the plate here in their half of the 5th inning. Bodine 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout in the game. Warnke still on the mound for Larimore.
I'm going to say something that Kevin Kochman would say. He's got a head of lettuce on him.
He sure does. Swinging strike 0-1. Right down to his shoulders. The curly locks. 0-1 outside. Now 1-1. Warnke making quick work. Right back up onto the rubber and delivers low, 2-1. Catches the Ball from his catcher, McLean, and he's quickly back onto the rubber, has his sign, kicks, and delivers the 2-1. That's going to be hit to the shortstop. Solsing will charge, fire across, and there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th.
My hands hurt after hearing that one. That was a hard slap straight to the ground.
Nice play by the shortstop, Solsing. Thankfully, it's not 40 degrees today.
No kidding.
Why would it be? Because it's the end of May. Doesn't make any sense for that to happen. Petrick, the batter, here for Hatton-Northwood. First pitch on the outside corner, called strike, 0-1. A lot of teams, at least on the Minnesota side of things, and probably in North Dakota as well, this is fouled back and out of play, getting the majority of their season done in the month of May.
Right.
Some teams playing as much as, what I've heard, 13 or so games in 3 weeks.
I heard from one Minnesota team, as this one's fouled off to the backstop, 9 games in 7 days or something like that, or maybe it was 7 and 9. One of those two numbers.
It doesn't surprise me. Talking to a few coaches, I say, "Hey, when's your next game?" And they'll say, "Oh, we have a couple tomorrow. We're gonna go. We're gonna go play up here, and then this one's gonna be hit foul on the left side. Nice play by the third base coach.
Great scoop.
Absolutely, with the left hand. I believe that's Coach Carpenter down there. But some teams saying, "Hey, we're gonna go play here tomorrow." And on the way there, we're going to play this team too. Next pitch above the belt. 2-2.
Well, and the thing for these teams along the Red River has been just wet field conditions and trying to work through that and work through it. And the further north you go, I think that the less games they got because the fields were just not in the right condition. Another high ball comes in.
And give credit to really every school around the area trying to work with what they can. 3-2, foul back. Staying alive is Teddy Petrick.
Good long at-bat for Petrick here.
Some teams even playing not on either opponent's field.
Right. Like last week, Hillsboro and Larimore played in Thompson against each other, and then Hillsboro played Thompson. Or maybe other way around. They played in Larimore. Point being, all kinds of stuff going on. This one's fouled off over our right side. And
you think the conversation between athletic directors say, "Hey, how's your field?" "Oh, not good. How about yours?" "Not good." "Okay, well, let's find somewhere dry and then play."
And then it's places like hopefully Mayville can maybe make a little money if they want on a walk here. Petrick will head on down 90 feet. But, Mayville or some of these other schools might get an opportunity to make a little bit of money just because, hey, we need to share this field and let's keep our field in good condition. Enderlin, North Dakota, is a great example where they were high enough and away from water enough that they held a couple of games and tournaments and whatnot because they could.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And, it also puts, pressure on the Mayville grounds crew, but sacrificing the field here for the tournament. Here's a strike, a swinging strike on the batter, and now we'll have a conversation down on the third base side as it's Rolando Zuniga batting for Hatton-Northwood. Petrick on first base after the walk. Zuniga the batter. Zuniga has come up here in this game with runners on. They try and come through here. Warnke still working for Larimore. They'll check on the runner, back in.
You got to decide as a pitcher, Dawson, how far is too far for your comfort zone. I feel, in my opinion, that Petrick wasn't that far off of first. You got to let that one slide. He's going to take a jump here. You can watch that on your screen. He'll take a jump when the pitch is released. He's going to steal.
Will go down. Good throw on the way, and that's going to trickle just barely out into right field. It'll be a stolen base for Petrick as he goes down to second base, and a lot of times it's not even, hey, you're leading off too far. It's just, I'm going to check on you and tell you that I know you're on first.
Right.
I'm going to keep an eye on you.
I think there wasn't anything wrong there. I think you got to rely on your defense once again, and that's exactly, you had your catcher throw, make a good throw, just a little bit past, couldn't quite scoop it.
And now Zuniga squaring around. Can he get the sacrifice now? Now they're going to run the runner back to second base. Again, same sort of tactics to say, hey, I know you're there, trying to get an early jump maybe if Zuniga can get down a sacrifice bunt. Here in the bottom of the fifth, trailing by a run, 4-3. Trying to stay aggressive out on the base pass. He'll square around the pitch. He gets it down on the left side. Runner from second. That's exactly what the sacrifice is for. And he's going to be safe as the ball gets away. Runner from third. He's going to come in. Tie game. Zuniga gets the bunt down. Runner from second. Petrick gets to third. The throw gets away at first base. We're all tied at 4.
Good job there by Petrick, getting the stolen base, getting his way to third, and then taking the opportunity. I thought it was going to be closer than it was, Dawson. First baseman, you got to be able, or I mean, that would have been the second baseman who had to cover first, and cover that up and try to get there and throw back down to home and stop that run from coming in. Tweeton's going to step up to the plate and see a ball on the inside and low.
So for Hunter Tweet, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. Tied up at 4, bottom 5. Next pitch, fouled back. 1-1. Excellent baseball here in game number 2. Good work from Hatton-Northwood to just work their way back into the game. They didn't score any runs until the bottom of the third, and they've scored in a run in every inning since. Third, fourth, and now the fifth. Zuniga does have 1 stolen base here in the game on an attempted sacrifice earlier. Next pitch to Tweed out in front of the breaking ball, and now it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the number 9 batter, Hunter Tweed, flip the lineup card back. Hunter Frederick will bat after him. Top of the order. Pitch, well high, 2-2.
Tweet frustrated with himself on the last pitch. Wish he wouldn't have swung at it. And so now it's a little bit of a mental game here, Dawson. So he's got to be ready, and I think he is.
Warnke delivers and sends him down on a swinging strikeout.
At the same time, Warnke is doing his job and his duties. A very nice job from the bump, and you can't blame him too much for what's going on out there. He's just taking care of business at the plate.
Warnke over the century mark in pitch count unofficially at 115, 5 strikeouts. He's walked 7. The batter now is Frederick. Want to know the count on Hunter Frederick, who's 0 for 3 today. 1-0 to the shortstop. Eats him up a little bit. Tries to flip to second. Is it in time? It is. And that will end the inning on the fielder's choice. Solsing flipping to Jace Collison. But we are all tied up at 4 apiece here from Mayville State University. Top 6 coming up next when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
RAR Malting and Taft Elevator in Taft, North Dakota is a centrally located barley handling and malting plant serving North Dakota, Minnesota, western Montana, and Canada. RAR Malting has been a malt of reputation since 1847, distributing malting barley to breweries and distilleries around the world. And with Taft Elevator's upgraded handling, sampling, and testing equipment, they can maintain and preserve the quality of that malting barley. RAR Malting and Taft Elevator, handling and distributing malt of reputation.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Welcome back here in the top of the 6th inning. We're tied up at 4 on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood scoring 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning, and now Larimore comes to the plate. Eric Hoffman will bat first. If you're just joining us, here's your in-game update being brought to you by Ryan Opdahl Agency. In the very first inning of play, Larimore got out in front 3-0, scoring 3 runs in the top of the first inning. For Hatton-Northwood, they didn't score any runs. As a matter of fact, didn't get their first hit until the bottom of the third. Credit, though, Hatton-Northwood defensively, holding Larimore only to their next run coming in the 5th inning. They got down 3-0. First pitch to Hoffman inside for a ball. And then it was Hatton-Northwood getting a couple more runs in the 4th inning. And we are all tied up here at 4 apiece in the top of the 6th inning. That's your Ryan Opdahl Agency in-game update. The Ryan Opdahl Agency at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-5777 for your insurance request. Visit with Ryan Opdahl. So 4-4 our score in the top of the 6th inning. 2-0 the count on Eric Hoffman. Michael Steinbrink still working on the mound for Hatton-Northwood as he is at 85 pitches here unofficially. Next pitch, that's going to be in there at the knees. 2-1. Hoffman, Solsing, and Warnke all batting here in the top of the 6th inning. We are tied up at 4. Next pitch on the way, and that one's close, but it misses. Now 3-1. Oh, that's actually a walk as Steinbrink walks Hoffman. 5-pitch walk. And now Bo Solsing in. Ground out and a walk in the game so far. First pitch to Solsing is on the way, and that misses the inside corner for a ball. 1-0. 4-4 the score. Top 6. Nobody down. Larimore batting. Steinbrink will check on the runner. Dives back in. Rather walks back in. No need to get dirty that time. 1-0 the count on the batter, Bo Solsing. Steinbrink comes set, runner at first. He'll stay there, takes his secondary lead, and the pitch in the dirt. Good block from Bodine, the catcher, 2-0. Steinbrink the sign, comes back, set on the rubber, kicks and delivers the 2-0, misses the inside corner, so now in danger of walking 2 batters in a row, behind in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. Larimore trying to take the lead back. Steinbrink, the 3-0, trying to get a strike, and he will not. He'll miss. It's a 4-pitch walk, so Solsing on first, Eric Hoffman on second, and Jacob Warnke comes to the plate next, and Coach Dennis Carpenter comes out to the mound, and we will have a pitching change. It looks like the center fielder, Teddy Petrick, is going to come in and take the ball from Coach Carpenter. 4-4 our score. Couple runners on, and we'll let Mr. Petrick take his warm-up tosses here. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To to deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
Pitching change here in the top of the 6th inning for Hatton-Northwood. Teddy Petrick came jogging in from center field. Michael Steinbrink goes jogging out. So taking a look at the line for Michael Steinbrink on the day. He had 92 total pitches, allowed 4 runs, 2 of those earned. Struck out 5 and walked 6. So Petrick inherits 2 runners on. Warnke the batter, and the first pitch to Warnke is a called strike, 0-1. Bo Solsing on first, Eric Hoffman on second. They were both walked. Petrick comes set, looks at the runner at second base is Hoffman. Delivers the 0-1 pitch, and Warnke fouls it off his leg, and he quickly gets behind 0-2. Warnke still pitching for the Larimore Polar Bears up to this point. We'll see if he comes out for the bottom of the 6th. Unofficially has a total of 117 total pitches by my count. 0-2 the count. Petrick trying to send down Warnke in a big spot here on the way. He reaches out, hits it to the left side. The pitcher will field. He'll go to first and get the out there. Might have had a chance at the force at third base. Austin Rigg might have been a little late getting over to the third base bag. But either way, 1 down in the inning, and Avery Gratton bats next.
Now batting, center fielder, number 7, Avery Gratton.
Gratton digging in. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Also struck out in the game. 1 down, top 6. New pitcher Petrick. First pitch, hit back to the middle to the shortstop. He's going to come home with it. The throw not in time. Larimore takes the lead. Runner at third base will stay. They came home with it. The throw offline and low, and the Polar Bears lead 5-4 on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard.
Yeah, tough throw there, just a little low, and then it ended up bouncing off of Bodine's foot and back to the mound, and then by that point it's too late for anything, so now you've got runners on the corners with 1 out.
Now Doug Bauer with 2 runners on. See if maybe if Hatton-Northwood can...
Bodine giving the infield the what's what, giving them the signs what they got to do next in this situation.
Get him into a double play ball.
Right.
Only double play we've seen was a line out to the third baseman Rigg, and then he threw across to double off a runner, and they faked the throw to third, look at first. Seen that a couple times.
Both teams have been fairly active in keeping the corner runners in check.
5-4. Larimore by 1. Petrick the pitcher. Can they get a double play? Runner's going to go, and that will take the double play off, and so that's going to be a stolen base for Groton.
That's what you were talking
down
about.
To second. That's what I was talking about, yes, but I've rarely seen the third base runner. They always just so aware. They're not doing the double steal because sometimes when a team isn't aware of if they're playing back and the throw does go down to second, it's almost guaranteed that third base runner is going to take off. Tap to the left side, wide of the third base bag. And it's 1-1.
Now I have seen that. I have seen that work a few times because I've seen maybe once because again the runner and the coach were convinced that it was a true throwdown.
Infield in. Here's the 1-1 to Bauer off the plate. 2-1.
So again, it just comes down to, everyone makes mistakes, and that's what happens, and it happens on both sides of the ball.
Let's see if you can catch one or the other sleeping. 2-1. Pitch on the way to Bauer. Swing and a miss. And Bauer actually had 2 strikes on him, and he's going to go down. So there's the out. And runners on second and third still.
Catcher, number 10.
Russell McLean now for Larimore. One run across here in the 6th. The Polar Bears have taken the 5-4 lead. McLean all over it, fouls it right back. He's 2 for 2 with a single, pair of singles, also a walk. Been on base 3 times. Good day for Russell McLean. 0-1, Petrick kicks and delivers, and that's going to find the outside corner, and McLean now.
Nice
down
throw.
0-2.
Nice throw down to third. I liked the throw, but runner there was safe according to the umpire. This angle, it was tough to tell. Well-timed throw. Got to pay attention when you're on leading off 3.
0-2. McLean waits for it. Petrick delivers, and he fights it off. And stays at 0-2. A lot of times with some younger teams, you'll see a catcher try to throw down to third, and then it gets thrown into left field, and then another run comes to score. So that's the risk you run when you try and do things like that in a close game. Here's the 0-2. Petrick can't get to it. Back up the middle. Carpenter charges in. Can he end the inning with the throw? He does. And the ground out is a 6-3 put out, but 1 run comes across. Larimore takes the lead in the top of the 6th. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. They left 2 on. Bottom 6 coming up next when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The days are getting longer. The sun will shine on the fields, and soon the crop will be planted and sprouting. Tim Kazette Seed Sales in Hillsboro, your local Golden Harvest seed dealer, wishes you a safe and successful planting season. Tim looks forward to seeing those black dirt fields rise to green and then shimmer with gold this year. Visit with Tim Kazette Seed Sales about your options and what fits right for you and your field at 701-430-0877. Happy farming from Tim Kazette Seed Sales of Hillsboro.
The Trail District Health Unit is ready to take your appointment for first, second, and booster vaccinations for COVID-19. These appointments are available every Tuesday from 9 to 11 a.m. at the Trail County Courthouse and June 16th at the Mayville Lutheran Church. Moderna and Pfizer vaccines available. Call Trail District Health Unit to schedule your appointment at 701-636-4434. Public Health. Prevent, promote, protect. Trail District Health Unit.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Well, welcome back. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. We've got some changes out in the field defensively for the Polar Bears. Groton is our new pitcher. Jacob Warnke has gone over to short, effectively moving Bo Solsing into center field. 5-4 the score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. We've been trading runs here in the last couple innings for both teams. Can Hatton-Northwood tie it up now as Carpenter takes a called strike on the outside corner? 0-1.
Nice pitch. Way to start things off on your first pitch on the mound.
Get some confidence, get ahead. Quickly working 0-1. Carpenter fouls her back, now 0-2. Groton, a lefty. And I don't know how many left-handed batters we have in the Hatton-Northwood lineup. At least one. Bodine is a lefty. Here's another foul back and out of play.
I think there's 2.
It's 0-2. So
I think there's 2 left-handed.
So 2 left-handed batters. According to Leaf Bakken.
Tweet and Bodine.
Tweet and Bodine. That is correct now that you say it. Here's the 0-2 to Carpenter. Shot back up the middle on a base hit. And the tying run is Derek Carpenter on first base. That brings in Michael Steinbrink, who is now in center field for Hatton-Northwood.
That's tough there, Dawson. Groton was reaching out to try to grab that one, but that's always tough from the mound to make those quick plays. You see it more often. It's still impressive at the professional level. You see it in college level once in a while, but hey, good attempt, and nothing much you can do about that.
First pitch, out into second base, and Steinbrink actually was going to try and get down the sacrifice. Carpenter is going to steal second base, and for the moment, McLean popped up out of his stance as the catcher, and nobody was at the second base bag, so we were up here thinking that ball was going to drift off into center. Here's a ball hit to the left side, deep into the hole. Warnke across, not in time. Runner from second over to third. The Thunder now in business with runners on the corners, down by a run and nobody down.
If the roster I have here is correct, Dawson, that's Falk at first. And he just couldn't quite get the ball gathered up and stumbled, and I think he might have had an opportunity to throw that one to third, but just couldn't quite gather it.
Yeah, a little behind, trying to get back in. They nearly caught Steinbrink leaning the other way, so they'll have to pay even more attention with a left-handed pitcher out on the mound here in Groton. And Austin Rigg, the batter for Hatton-Northwood. Make sure he goes home with it, and he does. He's going to take off. He'll sky one high on the infield. Warnke, he's under it, comes back to his left and reaches up to make the catch for out number one.
Good job by the shortstop on that. And here's the other thing, Dawson, you have to make sure you pay attention to as the pitcher. You're left-handed, so you can see that first base, but make sure you glance behind you. There's a guy at third. You don't want to overthrow that first base and bring that run in that unearned there.
And we have seen that a few times. I don't know about you, but I've seen at the college level a few stolen bases of home. Steinbrink's going to go to second and strike one on Bodine. So Steinbrink on second, Carpenter on third. Carpenter is the tying run. Steinbrink the go-ahead, and now the 0-1. Bodine swings through it on a good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Great pitch, hard swing.
0-2, and now Groton wants to think about it a little longer. 0-2 the count on Bodine. One down, bottom six. 5-4 the score. The tying run 90 feet away. The 0-2, and the dirt trickles away, but not far enough. That sort of hit the lip of the grass on the dirt right around home plate and kept it close. And it's 1-2.
Good job coming in to cover home plate. Make sure your catcher can locate that. You want to be able to stop that ball, of course.
1-2 in the dirt, now 2-2. Groton coming in to pitch for Warnke, who's now at short. Warnke worked well over the century mark for his pitch count total. Here's the 2-2. Bodine flies it down the left field line and fouling out of play. Two and two the count, one down. Bottom six. Bodine the batter. Groton delivers, popped up, left side. Warnke charges. It's going to be the third baseman, though, however. And Antonio Koivu to make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Nice job there, and great backup by Warnke as well. You appreciate that. You got to make sure you don't run into your guy so he doesn't drop the ball, but a great job by the shortstop and third baseman tracking it.
Preston Bodine now in charge of trying to tie this game up at 5. See what they do. Are they going to intentionally walk him? And they will.
That's what they said.
All right, so Preston Bodine goes down to first base on the intentional walk, and Teddy Petrick, who's 0 for 1, he's walked twice and flew out.
He's going to have a word with Coach before we see him come up.
Quick words of encouragement here.
Got to bring one in to tie it up. Got to bring more, take that lead and go into that 7th inning.
First pitch off the plate, and it's 1-0. Hatton-Northwood will get the bottom of the 7th, so they will get another opportunity in next pitch. In there for a strike. And it's 1-1. As good as opportunity as ever for Hatton-Northwood here. Bases loaded. 5-4, down by a run. And there's strike 2.
On that outside portion of the home plate. A swing that, to me, it looked anyway. He kind of gave up on it halfway through, realizing that I can't reach that.
Can Avery Groton get out of it? The 1-2 on the way. Ooh. That just misses 2-2.
Just a touch high, but right around. Throw that. I mean, that's a pretty good pitch. Just adjust that a little lower.
Petrick has to be careful to try and stay alive. Bases loaded. The 2-2. Petrick pops it up, and the catcher will have a quick look at it, and it's going to go foul as it lands right here on the netting. You see that roll down on our camera view.
It'll join the other balls that are sitting right in that spot.
I count 3 up there. I hope we don't run out. Who's going to go out there and get them? 2-2 the count. 2 down. Bottom 6. The pitch off the plate. Runs the count full. I can't imagine they'd run out of baseballs in the region tournament. Would they, Leaf?
You never know.
Crazier things have happened. 3-2 the count on Teddy Petrick. Bases loaded. 5-4 the score. Tying run on third. The payoff into center field. Coming in with Solsing. Now back. Makes the cap-high catch. And Larimore gets out of it. So that is out number 3. On the fly out into center field. Hatton-Northwood had all the opportunities in the world. No runs on 2 hits. They strand the maximum. Larimore by 1, 5-4, top 7 when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Top of the 7th inning here on the campus of Mayville State University. It's game number 2 of the day, and it's been a tight one. Larimore by 1 run, 5-4 on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard this afternoon. Hatton-Northwood had all the opportunities in the world in the bottom of the 6th inning. They had the bases juiced and then a fly out to center field. It was hit hard, but not hard enough. So for Larimore, trying to find some insurance. In the top of the 7th inning, they'll bat Jace Collison, Zane Ness, and Antonio Coyview. Jace Collison, 1 for 3, a single on the day. The pitcher is Teddy Petrick for Hatton-Northwood. Kicks and delivers to start the inning, and there's a called strike, and it's 0-1.
It's funny, you said kicks and delivers, but it sounded like you said kicks and delivers.
Kicks sand.
Which is kind of what he did.
Kicks sand and gets in his eyes.
This
and
is all
falls over. We're all over the place here. Ooh. And now that one gets him in the shoulder. So Collison hit by the pitch. Teammates in the third base dugout yelling out, "Rub it, rub it." Run down first base, don't think about it. So hit by pitch puts Jace Collison on first base, Zane Ness.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it. As your shoulder just stings.
Again, and we said it too in our pregame interview, things are better when it's 60-some degrees outside.
Yep.
You get hit by a pitch when it's 40, you're upset.
Yes.
I'll check on the runner, dives back in safely as the batter is Zane Ness. I've never seen anyone charge the mound in high school baseball, but when it's 40 degrees outside and you get hit by a pitch,
you think about it.
You think about it. It runs through your head. Zane Ness, he's 2 for 3, couple of base hits. Looks over his left shoulder now. Runner's going to go. First pitch, high, throw down, and it goes off the end of the glove. Stolen base. Collison to second base.
We've seen both catchers do a nice job on the throw down. There's just been again, they haven't had as many reps, Dawson, to quite get that narrowed down. So, I mean, we've seen mistakes on both sides. And, hey, put a runner in scoring position here for Larimore. They want to extend this lead here in the top of the 7th.
Insurance runs, huge for Larimore as Petrick tries to place one on the outside corner. It misses 2-0. Hatton-Northwood, their most runs have come in the bottom of the 4th inning where they plated 2. Larimore had 3 right away in the top of the 1st, and then 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. Petrick behind in the count 2-0. And he'll step off and check on the runner and dives back in safely as Collison.
Collison, pretty quick. Pretty fast.
Quick to jump back. He just swiped second. Pitch to Ness off the plate. And now it goes 3 balls and no strikes. Remember, we've got the next 2 games of the afternoon today. Hillsboro Central Valley and Mayport CG after this. And the winner of this game gets the Thompson Tommies in game number 4. The Tommies, the top seed. Here's a called strike, 3-1.
Looks like they might be wrapped up over across town. 7-4 Mayport CG over Thompson. It says top of 7th, but they're dragging the field.
Next pitch outside, and now that's ball 4, so Ness down to first base.
Don't forget, check out yourliveevent.com, and you can find all the softball and baseball going on today across North Dakota and one game in Minnesota today as well. And so welcome you to do that. Have us pulled up on one tab, pull up the other games on another tab, jump back and forth. We appreciate it. And, of course, appreciate all our sponsors and appreciate everybody for being tuned in with us. Thanks so much.
Antonio Coyview now bats for Larimore. 2 runners on. Nobody down in the inning. He'll square around. Sacrifice will get down. They're going to go to third for the force. They got him. They get the force out at third. Petrick spinning and throwing.
Good charge by Petrick, and kind of hard. It's what do you got to do? And wise choice. Try to stop them from scoring, so get the guy out at third. Even though you can't turn, it's hard to turn 2 there, but keep him as far away from home plate as possible.
Hoffman, the batter, and the sacrifice bunt, it's the right idea to advance runners. The ball inside 1-0, but you want to try and get it more down the line in that no man's area if you're able to get it down. A lot of these sacrifice bunts we've seen today have been just to the left or to the right of the pitcher's mound, allowing the pitcher to just field their position. As here's a nice backhanded stop from Bodine behind the plate. It's 2-0 to Hoffman. Mayport CG now settling in on that left side as they will reside in the third base dugout for game number 3. Petrick behind in the count 2-0, delivers to Hoffman, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Hoffman, he struck out twice today, and a base on balls. Bo Sulsing will bat next for Larimore. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and a swinging strike evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
As a pitcher, getting back into this one, and you can't ever count yourself out.
2-2 the count to Hoffman. Spinner, strike 3, got him, and he sends him down for out number 2.
Petrick's got a big job ahead of him here now, Dawson. You've got runners on first and second, 2 outs. You're down by 1 run. You'd like to sit this batter down and get your bats going hard.
That's the one thing with 2 down in the inning. Focus on the batter. Go after Sulsing. If you're Teddy Petrick here, he'll check on the runner, and they're going to go after Sulsing, and the first pitch low and away for ball 1.
A little change of speed there from Petrick, it appeared.
Well, we've seen him a few times in his warm-up pitches, delivering off speed. Got some nice bite to his curveball. 1-0 pitch to Sulsing. Swinging strike, foul tip into the mid of Bodine. 1-1 the count to Bo Sulsing. Pitch on the inside corner, 1-2.
Nice
Sulsing now behind in the count.
Really good spot, inside corner. A lot of guys won't take that. It's hard to swing at that one.
Hatton-Northwood trying to get back to the dugout, trailing only by 1 in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 popped up on the right side, and it will drift back and out of play. So Solsing staying alive, trying to drive in an insurance run to take a 2-run lead into the bottom of the 7th.
Ooh.
And he got him there. Strike 3. Solsing goes down. And the bottom of the 7th inning coming up next. Don't go away for Hatton-Northwood. They'll have the 8, 9, and 1 batters all due up. Last chance for the Thunder on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Bottom of the 7th inning here on yourliveevent.com. Will it be the Larimore Polar Bears and the Thompson Tommies in game number 4 today? Or will the Hatton-Northwood Thunder come back here, working from behind almost the entire game, and get the Tommies later today? For Hatton-Northwood, Zuniga will lead off the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to him. Squares around, pulls it back, called strike. Avery Groton, the pitcher for Larimore, took over for Jacob Warnke, who's at third base. Zuniga, another swinging strike here, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hunter Tweet will bat next after him. Zuniga's 1 for 2 with a single, and then Hunter Frederick, the leadoff batter. 1 run to tie. Groton to Zuniga. He got him. Drop third strike. They got to throw to first. The catcher down to first. It's going to be low, and Zuniga is safe. He's going to take the turn, try to go to second base. The throw to second is going to be in time. They got him. Zuniga takes a risk trying to get into scoring position, and he gets thrown out at second. There's 1 down.
He must have thought that ball was overthrown much further than it was. That's hard too when you're running straight at it to see what's going on and you decide to make that turn. Tough gig.
So 1 down in the inning. Tweet the batter. First pitch popped up, foul to the left side. Catcher has a look and it goes out. You know, one thing about Zuniga there on the base running, I'll commend him for, as soon as he saw that ball trickle away, he was head down going to second. Because if you're hesitating at all trying to get around, you're either going to get tagged out at second or you're going to be, you know, that play's not going to be close. He took the chance, wasn't there. And, the umpire here nearly called a strike on that inside corner, 2-1. Nearly lifted the hand, just missed. Tweet now ahead in the count as the batter. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's 1 for 3. Has a double. This one will find the outer half, evens the count up at 2-2. Groton trying to send him down for out number 2. The 2-2 fights it off, foul. Groton throwing mostly strikes, 28 total pitches, 20 of them for strikes. Groton, the lefty, 2-2. He got him, sends him down. Strikeout
Nice.
swinging.
Very good pitch there.
So the last chance now for Hatton-Northwood is Hunter Fredrickson. Or Hunter Frederick, I beg your pardon. First pitch, a called strike, 0-1. Frederick, a tough day at the dish, 0 for 4. 0-1 now, skied on the infield. First baseman coming in, and he makes the catch, and Larimore is going to take it by a final score of 5-4 and advance to play in game number 4 against the top-seeded Thompson Tommies. The final score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard, Larimore 5, Hatton-Northwood 4. That's the final score, and as we said, Larimore will head into game number 4 to be played later today against the top-seeded Thompson Tommies. Your post-game report coming up next when we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro, and contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry, 218-368-7989.
Welcome inside the post-game report here from Mayville State University. We just finished up game number 2 of the day, and it was a good one between the Larimore Polar Bears and the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. It went the distance, the Polar Bears outlasting the Thunder by a final score of 5-4, so Larimore etches their name into game number 4 of the day against the top-seeded Thompson Tommies, and that will be played 25 minutes after game number 3 between Hillsboro Central Valley and Mayport CG. We'll have that here on YourLiveEvent.com, so stay tuned for that game. Let's give you some segments here inside our post-game report here today, starting with our post-game connection brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company. And I'm going to do a play that stood out to me for our post-game connection. It was a double play that happened earlier in the game for Hatton-Northwood. That was the third baseman Rigg for Hatton-Northwood doubling off a runner at first base. It was Austin Rigg, and then he threw it over to his first baseman to double off a runner. It was a line drive right to Rigg. He caught it before the ball hit the ground, and then he threw it over to his first baseman, Falk, and they were able to double off a runner. That was in a key point in the game, as well as Larimore at that point had a couple of runners on base. The runner that was at first base got caught nearly 3/4 of the way to second base, and then he got doubled off at first. And that was a nice double play, and that is your Halstead Telephone post-game connection. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect online at halsteadtel.com. Final score again, Larimore 5, Hatton-Northwood 4. Let's go with our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the game here today. And our Precision Player of the game this afternoon is going to go to the pitcher for the Larimore Polar Bears. Actually, both pitchers did a nice job. Jacob Warnke and Avery Groton. Warnke was the starting pitcher. He went 5 total innings, 117 pitches for Warnke, allowed 4 runs. 3 of those were earned and struck out 5. He did walk 7. And then Avery Groton came in to finish out the last 2 innings to give that arm a break from Warnke and to finish off the game. 2 innings pitched for him, threw a lot of strikes, 31 total pitches, 23 of those were strikes, struck out 2, and only walked 1. So our RDK Enterprises Precision Players of the game, Jacob Warnke and Avery Groton for the Larimore Polar Bears. Now that you're planting, RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton wants you to have a safe and successful planting season. RDK Enterprises is here to provide the customer service and support of your precision plant equipment. Call 701-636-2119 for RDK Enterprises. It pays to plant with precision from RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. Moving on now as we go and look at our Enbridge Energy player of the game here today, as it was Larimore over Hatton-Northwood. Final score was 5-4 today, as they will move into game number 4 and take on the Thompson Tommies. And just looking over some numbers for the Larimore Polar Bears and some good hitting performances from both teams, or rather from the Larimore Polar Bears. But I'm going to give our player of the game, driving in 3 runs today, Zane Ness was 2 for 3 in 4 plate appearances, a couple of singles, but he drove in 3 runs, and that's obviously crucial in a low-scoring game at 5-4. He walked once as well. Zane Ness for the Larimore Polar Bears is going to be our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Life Takes Energy. Visit them at enbridge.com. Some final stats before we sign off and get ready for game number 3, starting with some batting numbers for the Larimore Polar Bears, the winning team here today. Jacob Warnke was 0 for 3, or rather 0 for 4 this afternoon. Avery Groton was 2 for 3 with an RBI. Doug Bauer was 0 for 4. Russell McLean was 2 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Jace Collison was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Zane Ness, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a walk. Antonio Coyview was 0 for 3, and Eric Hoffman 0 for 3, and Bo Solsing was 0 for 2. For Hatton-Northwood, Hunter Frederick was 0 for 5 in the game in the leadoff spot. Derek Carpenter went 3 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Michael Steinbrink was 1 for 3. Austin Rigg was 0 for 3. Carson Bodine was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Preston Bodine was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Teddy Petrick was 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Rolando Zuniga was 1 for 3 with a run scored. And Hunter Tweet was 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Pitching numbers for Hatton-Northwood, Michael Steinbrink pitched 5 innings, allowed 5 runs. 3 of those were earned, struck out 5, and walked 6. Teddy Petrick, 2 innings pitched and struck out 3 and walked 1. On the other side for the Larimore Polar Bears, Jacob Warnke threw 117 pitches, 5 total innings, gave up 4 runs. 3 of those were earned, allowed 5 hits, struck out 5, walked 7. Avery Groton pitched the last 2 innings of the game, struck out 2, allowed 2 hits, and only walked 1. So the final score today, for the last time, on your Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard, the Larimore Polar Bears over the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Final score was 5-4, and the Polar Bears moving into game number 4 against the top-seeded Thompson Tommies. That one will follow here after game number 3. Speaking for Leif Bakken, here in game number 3. I'm Dawson Peterson signing off and saying so long here on yourliveevent.com.